Good morning, students. Today we are going to start our new chapter, and our chapter name is The Indian Government, and it is our 6th chapter. Let's start our chapter.
The Indian Government. We have learned that after the results are announced, the winning candidates form a government. This government looks after the needs of the people. However, since India is a large country, it becomes difficult for one government agency to look after the needs of all the people. Hence, in India, the government is divided into 3 levels: central, state, and local. The power and functions of these 3 levels are different from each other. Let us read about the 3 levels of the government. The central or the union government looks after the functioning of the whole country. It makes laws and makes sure that these laws are put into force in the entire country. It is headed by the Prime Minister. The law-making body of the government is the Parliament. The Parliament has 2 houses. These are called the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha. Lok Sabha is also called the lower house of the Parliament. Rajya Sabha is also called the upper house of the Parliament. The President and the Prime Minister of India are important people who look after the functioning of the central government. In India, every state has a separate state government. All states have a lower house called the Vidhan Sabha or Legislative Assembly. This house is responsible for making laws and ensuring that these laws are put into force. States such as Andhra Pradesh, Bihar, Jammu and Kashmir, Karnataka, Maharashtra, Telangana, and Uttar Pradesh also have an upper house called the Vidhan Parishad or Legislative Council. The Chief Minister and the Governor are the important people who look after the functioning of the state. The local government is formed by the people living in villages, towns, and cities. The Gram Panchayat functions at the village level. It is headed by the Sarpanch. In villages, the local government looks after the basic needs of the people such as water supply, cleanliness, maintenance of parks, roads, etc. In towns and cities, the local governing bodies are called municipalities and municipal corporations. The head of the municipal corporation is the mayor, while the municipalities are headed by a chairman. Big cities like Delhi, Mumbai, Kolkata and Chennai have municipal corporations. The municipalities and municipal corporations keep a record of births and deaths. They also maintain public transportation, provide clean drinking water, and carry out other functions. The judiciary is also an important part of the government. The main role of the judiciary is to make sure that the laws made by the Parliament are put into force. If a person or an organization breaks the law, then they are punished by courts. The judiciary also solves disputes between people, governments, and other organizations. Like the government, judiciary also has different levels of courts. The Supreme Court, High Court, and District Court are the different levels of courts in India. Let us recall what we just learned. In India, the government is divided into 3 levels: central, state and local. The central or the union government looks after the functioning of the whole country. It makes laws and makes sure that these laws are put into force in the entire country. Every state is responsible for making laws and ensuring that these laws are put into force. The local government is formed by the people living in villages, towns and cities. The judiciary makes sure that the laws made by the parliament are put into force and followed by the people. Supreme Court, High Court and District Court are the 3 levels of courts in India.